there. Welcome to the Power Up Your Life podcast. I'm Kelly Resendez.
And I'm Mandy McAllister.
And we are so thrilled to welcome our guest today. Award-winning actress and director Murisa Harba lives in her life to push boundaries. She's a leading acting coach, international best-selling author, thought leader, and speaker in Los Angeles, passionate about empowering actors and speakers to elevate their truth in storytelling, ultimately unlocking their creative genius. Her and her certified team of coaches really share their approaches through the Chakra Approach and the macro method. And so we're just, again, thrilled to have you here with us, Marissa. Welcome.
Welcome, Marissa.
I'm so excited to be here.
We are excited to have you. Thank you so much. Well, we're super interested to dig into your journey. You know, you've become this huge expert in the world of cinema, a film director, an actor, a method creator. Before you became all of those things, when you felt stuck doing something, what's something you would do to help you get out of that funk?
Oh boy. Feeling stuck. Got to get the creative flow going. Stuck to me feels like just rigidity, and you need to get that energy moving to flow to get things rolling again. So, I mean, I've had so many setbacks over the years with films that didn't go, that had huge names attached. And you just got to get back on the horse and keep moving and doing other creative things that can focus your energy. Even, I mean, at one point, I even did a triathlon as a way to distract myself from one of those setbacks. So you just got to keep moving towards a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What advice would you give somebody else that's stuck right now then?
Find a focus and go towards it, no matter what it is. It can be something small in your personal life. It can be something big in your professional life. But having those small measurable goals that you can achieve every single day gives you these little wins. And inside your body, you feel good. Like, oh, I did that. I'm capable of doing that. And it just kind of propels you forwards. And, you know, even that triathlon that I did, I would go to the gym and then I would time myself. How are my swim laps? Like, okay, I did really well. I did better than yesterday. That's a win. Who cares if that film fell through? I beat my time from yesterday. And it's just that small little thing gets you going, and that kind of energy, it snowballs, and everybody around you feels it.
Yeah. So one thing, you know, you and I really connect on is, you know, really raising consciousness, right? And so, which is so important to let go of that old programming that so many of us are held back from. What's one unconventional strategy or opinion that maybe you have about life or success, maybe some other people might disagree with?
Ooh, that's very interesting. I think that, you know, over the years, I've practiced a lot of Tai Chi, and that is the art of slowing down, going within, really being aware of your breath. And that can feel like a waste of time to some people.
For us type A's out there, slowing down, I already am having a visceral experience.
Yeah, absolutely. And I remember it was very kismet the way that my Tai Chi master came into my life. And it was hard for me at first. I would get nauseous trying to just stay present with him for 1 hour a week that we worked together. And we worked on the spiritual side of things. So it was really just about breath, feminine energy, masculine energy, connecting your body and the energy in your spiritual battery, your tension. So if you can focus all of that, things in your life start to happen, and you don't even realize why good things are coming your way. And bad things are seemingly repelled also from your path.
Yeah.
So, you know, it does raise the consciousness at which you are operating, but then also those around you as well, because they're drawn to you.
Clarity.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm super curious too. Do you have any daily rituals or recipes that help you achieve success?
Yeah. So definitely I do the miracle morning. And I do
love Hell Elrod.
Oh yeah, 100%. Got me through some really tough times.
Mm.
You know, when you're working, when you run a company and you have team members that can be difficult sometimes, or you have to navigate clients in a way, you have to kind of learn how to keep your cool, but also be constructive in a way that you can stick up for yourself and what you need and what the company needs, but do it in a way that serves everybody, so that even if you do have to let somebody go, it's on amicable terms, and they might come into your life in another way in the future, and that's okay too.
It sounds like really tapping into emotional intelligence in a big way.
Absolutely.
Well, I've really loved, getting to know you and being, buds with you, and also your time here today. I really feel like one thing that you spent a lot of time talking about was this getting centered and going within, because the answers are usually within you in the first place, right? You just got to allow yourself that opportunity to be quiet, to get quiet, and really finding a goal and finding a win in whatever it is that you're doing. Absolutely love that. Tell me this, you spend so much time giving of yourself. What is something, an introduction or a resource that would absolutely change the ballgame for you, or something you're working on?
Yeah. So right now, I'm currently in production on a feature film called Macbeth. It's a modern day Macbeth, Shakespeare's Macbeth.
Yeah.
And
love it.
so we shot the first 25% of the film on a cross country trip. We had to go on location in New York, in Boston, Austin, and a few other cities as well. And now we're looking for finishing funds for that film, and that, we're going to get the rest of the film in the can. And I'm so excited. We have big dance scenes that I'm going to choreograph, like a huge tango. So yeah, if there's any investors out there that are interested in being in a film, even as an extra, to come play with us in Hollywood, we can definitely make that happen. You can come see what we do and kind of step into the Hollywood life with us.
That sounds incredible, minus the dancing part. I think I will not be doing the tango with you anytime soon, but certainly will help you try to connect with people that are out there.
Tell us a little bit about you, your history, your journey.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm an actress, director, dancer. I own two businesses here in Hollywood. One is an acting studio and the other is a ballroom dance studio. I'm also an international Latin competitive champion in my side life.
Amazing.
But yeah, all things creative. And I also published a book in 2021 called Acting with Energy, which outlines one of my two methods, the Chakra Approach, that uses the energy system in the body to create compelling performances that are repeatable for actors and speakers all over the world.
That's absolutely brilliant. Say a little more on that.
Yeah. So the way I describe it is when you learn how to play an instrument when you're a kid, you get this instrument and you learn how to play the notes on it, right? And then you start playing scales, and then you can play songs, right? Chords and then songs. Well, as an actor, there's a bunch of techniques out there, but for whatever reason, they all didn't work 100% of the time for me, maybe 80%, 82%. But if I was gonna, I'm from New Jersey originally. I left my hometown to come out to Hollywood to pursue the dream, right? Acting and directing in Hollywood. So if I was going to
look at you now,
so if I was going to leave my family, I wanted to make sure that it was worth it, because I was putting myself out there 100%. So 82% wasn't going to cut it for me. So I needed a technique that was going to get me there every single time that I could count on. Right. And on set, when you're performing a scene, you have maybe 3-4 takes, and then they do they'll do a wide shot, they'll do a medium shot, an over the shoulder shot, a close up. Maybe if you have to drop to your knees on the floor, they need a low shot. So, and then if there's 2 or 3 people in the scene, we have to do the turnaround and do their coverage. So if you're doing an emotional scene, like I was in The Shattering, which is, I'm not sure if you guys have seen that one yet, but it's a doozy. I dropped to my knees.
I'm still scared of you, by the way.
Oh my gosh. But I dropped to my knees in like devastation 42 times. I had to do that.
Oh my gosh.
Over the course of 12 hours. And if I didn't have this technique, I would have been hysterical in the bathroom, mentally, because it's just, if you're replaying emotional recall in your mind of, okay, well, I know this gets me sad, I'm going to think about that 42 times. Well, that's not sustainable. And that's not good for your mental health either. So back to the instrument, your body is your instrument when you're an actor or a speaker, anybody who's communicating on a stage, right? So if you understand the notes, the notes on your instrument, you can play them at will. And then you can start to play them in chords and then play beautiful songs that you can repeat over and over again. And when you have that kind of confidence to know that when I step out on this stage, I'm going to nail it every single time because I have a process, like that's confidence that you can't question that. And people are drawn to confidence. So because of this method, I have thousands of actors around the world booking gigs because they know how to harness and focus their energy.
Yeah. And, it actually sounds like all of us could benefit from this. Most of us that want to create massive success want to build influence. And, as we've talked about, it is an inside out job. Does this work really transcend kind of the bounds of just acting or
Oh my
speaking?
goodness. I'm so glad you said that, Kelly, because personally, this work for my own life has changed the way that I show up in my personal relationships. It's helped me understand how other people are reacting or behaving, and understanding that, okay, maybe they're coming off and showing up in this way, but really they're scared. And I can see it because I can see the energy in their spine. So when you have that level of incredible awareness to see in somebody's spine that actually they're really scared right now. So even though they may be barking at me, I have a choice. The old me or the unevolved me could get upset and bark back. Or now that I have this insight with the energy, I can see, okay, in their spine, they're really scared right now, and they're just behaving this way because they're kind of terrified. So I can have compassion for that and realize, hey, you know what? This isn't about me at all. And then I can hold space for them. And if everybody had that superpower, this world we would all evolve.
Oh my goodness.
Completely different.
Oh my goodness.
Completely different. And this is sort of my huge dream, is that everybody understands our own emotional capacity, not only in ourselves, but in others, because that's when we can really have compassion for others as well as ourselves. Because if you can even recognize in yourself that, hey, I'm barking right now, but really it's because I'm scared, you can hold the space for yourself. So it like, to answer your question, Mandy, it totally transcends on the quantum level. And
I love it. I love it.
Obviously, I love this stuff. I'm geeking out
absolutely.
right
And
now.
I think that's one thing, like, we've heard that if you're not growing, you're dying. And really just figuring out, how do I learn, more self-awareness and awareness of others so that I can make the world a better place. So, Marissa, one of the challenges that we see out there in the world are a lot of people are really frustrated that they don't have clarity about what's next in their life. And for someone like yourself, who you built 2 successful businesses while being a mom and a wife, and also dancing and acting and producing and directing, right? Like, you've done a lot simultaneously. And so for our listeners out there that really want to power up their life, but they're struggling with figuring out what's next, like, how do you recommend that they get started today? What are some action steps that you'd recommend they take?
Yeah. So I think that getting quiet is really the first step. And just honestly connecting in with what you really, 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 really want. Yes, 5 reallys, because understand because sometimes we lie to ourselves and we think we want something because that's what somebody else wants for us, or that's what somebody else would be proud of us if we achieved that thing. And so it can derail us, and we can chase the wrong thing for 20 years. And I've known people, I've been that sometimes myself, you just get off track, and that's okay. It's normal. Life happens. And to be forgiving with yourself, but then also saying, you know what? I thought this was my path. I actually deep down in my heart, in my gut, in my intuition, I want to go this way.
Yeah. I love it.
And girl, you got to go this way. You got to go.
Yeah.
You got to get quiet enough to hear it.
Yeah.
I heard one time that praying is like trying to talk to your greater figure, but meditating and getting quiet and listening is waiting for that answer, the opportunity to take in that answer.
Yeah.
Yes. And
it is challenging. It's challenging. And we have a lot of women in GoBundance that have, gone to school to be doctors or lawyers. And then all of a sudden they've heard that knock over and over again, and they've left that to really pursue their true passion, whatever it is. So it takes so much courage and bravery, to break through a lot of those things. So, well, I just cannot thank you enough for bringing your energy to our show. And just to, to recap a few things that really hit home for me. First of all, it's really, taking a little bit of a breath and slowing down so that you can allow clarity to come in. You emulate feminine power. Like, you absolutely just emulate it so beautifully. And so really sinking into that, knowing that everything's going to work out okay for you, that this next level is going to be there soon. And then really to do the work, maybe check out Marissa's work as well, and really just see how it might apply to, the level of influence that you have in your life as well. And then just take some of those action steps right away. Like, let go of the old programming. And when you can't let go anymore, let go a little bit more so that you really can tap into, your higher purpose. So Marissa, I know that we have lots of listeners that are going to want to get in touch with you and find out more about how you might be able to, help them in their lives. What's the best way that they can reach you?
Yeah. Email is great. Murisa.
What is that? Share that with us.
Do tell.
So my first name, spelled a little differently, Murisa at about the work.com. That's the best way to get in touch with me. I'm also on Instagram as Murisa Harba. And let's chat.
That's absolutely amazing. And I know, like you shared, Marissa is looking to connect with amazing people out there that might be in the film industry. I know that she's also got a female film fund, maybe up her sleeve. So always looking to connect with anybody else that wants to change the world. So wrap us up, Mandy.
Marissa, so grateful for your time with us. Love seeking out the goal, love getting quiet, love all of these actionable steps you've left us with. What is something that we can do or listeners could do, a resource that could change the ballgame for you?
Oh, yeah. I actually have a resource. I can send it to you guys later. It outlines feminine and masculine energy and how you can use it in your work life, in your personal life, to really understand how energy can flip, and you can find that compassion It's a
Love
step-by-step
it.
guide on how to do that. And then also my book is available on all major platforms, Amazon, etc., Barnes and Noble. And that's
Title of the book again, please.
Acting with Energy.
Acting with
Acting
energy.
with energy. Thank you, Marissa, for
Amazing.
helping women power up their lives. We're so grateful to you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.